Whatever you want. Whatever you guys want. Can you put the cue ball in the pocket, please? Perfect, thank you.
very good evening to you and welcome to the semi-final of the Poison and Predator Saigon Women's 9-Ball Open. We are live from the Stadium 7 Sports Centre here in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. 64 players started with dreams of lifting the trophy and the first prize of $22,500. Just 4 remain. This match we're concentrating on is an all-Filipino encounter between Camille Buhhat and Rubelin Amit. It's best of 3 sets, races to 4. We are playing with the 9 on the spot. It's the hand rack as well. Winner breaks, 30-second shot clock, 1 extension of 30 seconds each per rack. Your referee for this one is Greg Cowdis from New Zealand. I'm Mark White, and calling the shots with me in the booth is the man with the unpronounceable surname. It's Tim de Geita.
Tim de Ruiter. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Another fantastic match coming up.
I can't do any more than try my best, mate, can I?
True.
Yeah,
very
I mean,
true.
I'm so excited to see this Carmel play because I've not seen her play yet, Tim. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't. And now I see the face. I have a feeling I might have seen her before, but it was very short, like a clip or something. But she's been beating a lot of top-class players, so I'm very much looking forward to see her in action against, well, a player we've seen very often, Rubelin Amit, world champion.
Yeah, Rubelin just seems to keep doing it, doesn't she? Every tournament she enters, she just goes so deep, such a class act. You mentioned the good players that Carmilla's beaten. She's beaten Mighty Reparo, Hiriko Sahora from, of course, Japan. Silviana Liu, that's a big scalp. And, of course, Chia Chow, Christina Takach and Shui Ching Chang. And in the last round, Zhang Muan. She's played a lot of matches to get here. How's the break, Tim?
Yeah, nice cut break, made the wing ball. The one ball caught the side pocket point and really gave Rubelin a great chance to go aggressive from the beginning. Might have to play with left spin to go around the 9 ball though, off the 8.
Rubelin, such an inspiration to so many players. Every year she holds the Amit Cup. Started with like 8 or 16 players a few years back. Now 150 entrants in the last one. So she really is pushing women's pool to whole new levels. You know, the guys have been around for years, but Rubelin really doing some great stuff for the women, Tim. That's a great shot as well. Look at this.
Yeah, definitely was a difficult pot to make. Couldn't do too much with the cue ball, and now has another one. The good news though, if she makes the 3 ball, she's guaranteed on the 4.
Well, the other semi-final should be taking place now as well, but there's a match unfinished. Ruslan Chinnikov up against the defending men's 10-ball champion, Carlo Biardo. That one's still going on over on table 2, guys, if you want to check it out. And I'm sure you already know, Tim, but your good friend, Mr. Montpellier, he did indeed beat Robbie Capito by 3 sets to 2.
Yeah, such a fantastic result for him. I think there's many people that have believed in him for a long time, but just never really happened. So glad to see him in the last 16. Who knows, maybe one we could watch tomorrow.
Could well be, yes.
Super thin cut on the 5. Great shape on the 7. She's coming up with a couple of good shots right out of the gate. Rubelin looks to be ready for this semi-final.
So nice to get a quick start, get the feel of the table nice and early, and with winner breaks, keep your opponent off the table. There's no better start than a break and run, and she's looking like she's cueing absolutely fabulous. She really does. Giving this 9 ball due respect as well. And it goes. A fearless competitor, but the nicest person you could ever meet off the table. Just a lovely, lovely person. I remember when I had my time in the Philippines in Quezon City, she was playing challenge matches with Kelly Fisher and Wei Chi Chen, and we were actually staying in the hotel, same hotel together. Rubelin, her partner, and myself, just a few meters away from Sharks. And I'd often bump into her in the elevator, and she always would say, if you need anything, let me know. If you're not, if you need to go anywhere, if you need me to get you anything, let me know. She's just such a really, really nice person, Rubelin Amit. So here we go then. 1 up, breaking off. The Filipinos are guaranteed a finalist.
Yeah, started off with a breaker run. This time looks to be a dry break. So first time we can see Camille at the table.
Well, you're the break guru. I like to think of myself as a bit of a rest guru. Bridge, if you like. Not bad, pretty good. Some room for a couple of little improvements, but got the job done there. I'm happy with that. So excited to see her play, I really am. Just been watching her beating all these players and thinking, we want to see her, we want to see her. Oh, I judged this nicely, Tim, through the gap.
Some traveling to do from the 4 to the 5. I'm not guessing. Well, she might be able to play the 5 in the center. So then it's less movement. I thought the 6 ball was partially blocking the center. A little bit quick on the backswing, but not too crazy.
Yeah, she is a bit quick, isn't she, on the backswing? And I noticed, though, that she has a very, very loose grip. It's why we often say there's no right or wrong way to play this game. There are many different techniques that get the job done. There's just certain ones that hold up under pressure a little bit more. So far, she's handling it very, very well, if she's feeling any at all, that is. 9 minutes gone, and a nervy 9 here.
Extension.
Calling her extension. Yeah, very kind of pokey kind of action, but it certainly works, Tim, for her. Good start from both players. A break and run and a reverse dish. Rublin, Predator player, still playing with wood. I think it's a Z shaft she's got there, isn't it? Is that a Z shaft? Oh no, it's Vantage, I beg your pardon. I remember now her telling me she plays with the Vantage. Same one as Cesca Centino as well. So let's see what her break's like, Tim. Over to you, sir.
Well, we are looking for a slight bit of cut on the one. Not too much. Not full in the face. If you catch it too thin, like she just had, the balls just don't get that much speed. The wing ball gets kissed and, well, just not that much happening when you catch it that thin. I think there's a shot on for Rublin on this one ball. This might be cuttable. Yeah, nicely navigated the cue ball. Possibly the 8 could give some problems if it doesn't go by the 9. From this view, I would say it does. In that case, a very nice layout. A lot of space near the center of the table.
Camille is actually born on the same day as my sister, July 15th. Not that that means anything to anyone, I just thought I'd say it. Just come into my head. Can stun up or draw stun, low left, in and out of the corner. Coming in on the angle of the 6 ball. Nicely done. Good angle just to draw over for the 7 into the same pocket. Does the 8 pass the 9, Tim?
Yeah, I think it does, but I only got to see it over on the overview, the top view, and I think it does. She doesn't really look like she's gonna play something else. She was mainly focused on getting the shape to the bottom left.
Yeah, she just had a look at it as well, making sure. So it obviously does. You can tell from this positional shot. Absolutely perfect cue ball once again. That's where you want to be if it's tight, kind of just behind it. Overdone it just slightly maybe. No problem. So this for 2-1. Now, there's a guy that lives locally here in Thailand. He lived here. He owned the first, this Filipino guy called Joaquin, and he owned the billiard hall, which was the first billiard hall that Rubelin ever went in and played, and it was like a home club for a while. And I interviewed Rubelin and actually got him on a Zoom call as well at the same time to surprise Rubelin, and sadly he's just passed away last week, and my local pool room just did a memorial for him this week. He was a lovely guy. He was known by the name of Kenny for his English name, Filipino though, but owned some very big pool rooms in Manila. And Rubelin went there when she was 10 years old, I believe he said. Rest in peace, Mr. Kenny. Here we go. Can Rubelin make a ball here? Nothing doing, Tim. What's going wrong with the break? What's she done differently than she done in the first rack? Did you notice anything?
Well, this time she hit it, well, even on the other side of the one ball, so she overcut the one. And, well, especially with the 9 on the spot, the wing ball is gonna track way too high, and then there's no usual suspects. So that's what I'm saying, you need to cut the one slightly, but not too much. And then you want to have the cue ball go slowly into the long rail and come back out. That's the ideal break. Of course, easier said than done. It's not like I'm great at it.
Would you say that you imagine that you're trying to make the one ball in the bottom corner then? That kind of area on the one ball?
Well, maybe as the line, it's like banking the one ball 4 rails. But yeah, it's close, yeah.
Okay. Results bring you guys. He's done it again. Carlo Biardo has survived a big scare. He has beaten Ruslan Chinnikov in 5 sets, 3 sets to 2. And he will play Jonas McPantai in the next round. So an all-Filipino affair there as well. Three Filipinos in the final 16. We've got 2 in the final 4 here, and one of them is going to go to the final. We're not sure which one yet though. The other semi-final will be getting underway very, very soon as well. That's viewable over on table 2, guys. Of course, Han Yu versus Wei Chu-Chen. Rubelin working her way through the rack. Looking good, Tim.
Yeah, I have to say I'm quite impressed so far by Rubelin, if you consider the fact that this is the first set. Starting very strong, and one thing I've never really realized that much, obviously we have seen Rubelin quite a bit, but she is a little bit more methodical on stepping into the shot, just like on the technical side of the game. I think she's a little bit different than most of the Filipino players, but she still has that touch, and she still does the kicking, and she still has the loose kind of things. But whenever she has to shoot straight, she does the 2 steps on the line, smooth pullback. Like she does all these things, which, well, I'm kind of used to the Filipino players that overall they don't really do all these steps.
Yeah, or none of them. Does she come all the way to the back rail? No. Maybe has to drag this in. Very easy to decelerate on this kind of shot. She is the reigning world 9-ball champion. She will be defending that title in Jacksonville, I believe, in December. Of course, Jacksonville, the home of Predator, who celebrates 30 years this year. I think that's why we have the golden pockets on the new ARC table. And there's the Euro Tour starting today also in Holland, in your home. Is it in your home city, Tim, or is it somewhere else? Where is it? Is it Eindhoven, or where is it?
No, it's more in the northeast part of the country, a little bit more closer to Germany. I think it's like an hour, maybe an hour and a half from Amsterdam, an hour and a half from Eindhoven, and, well, probably 2 hours from me, maybe more. Great event though. Good to see that so many Dutch players chose to go play. I know quite a lot of them recently have gotten children or were moving. Like, a lot of things happened in their lives and they still went to go out and play. So I wish them good luck on their journey. It starts today.
Yeah, good luck, guys. Now, I'm sure all the crowd that were here for the Dong Kwok Hong Josh Filler match have had to go home for a lay down. I think they must be absolutely shattered. They played as hard as Dong Kwok Hong did. Fantastic match. If you haven't seen it, it's well worth watching. Just have another look at it after this match is finished, of course. You don't want to miss any of this. Try again. Bit concerning, Tim, or not?
I don't know. I'm just surprised that most of the European players, they were able to catch their break right, because for many years they have used this format in the Euro Tour. Not the hand rack, but the 9 on the spot at least. And the Asian players, they are a little bit all over the place breaking this format. So I think it could at least even the match a little bit. But I don't think one of the two really has an edge breaking wise.
Wow, very close. Very close. This is 9-ball, so no call pocket, of course, guys. Swapping between 9 and 10-ball. I sometimes forget, Tim, as you know, but I've remembered so far this match.
Well, it's a big stroke, but can she still cue next to the 9 and draw the cue ball back?
Wow. That's asking a bit. I think she can go forward, can't she?
Just gotta make sure the cue ball doesn't curve and stays there.
Oh, how well nicely done. That. Tremendous stroke. Very easy to hit them badly, Tim, isn't it? And get too much top stun on it. Kind of spins in reverse when it comes off the rail. turns into backspin. She cued that superbly. Just has to be a little bit careful here. You're going for the gap between the 4 and the 7, Tim, or just coming back to the centre? Well, there's that middle pocket again, catching them out.
Yeah, not the first time.
Mabuhay to all of our Filipino fans watching on Pro Billiard TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm sure you're loving all this, guys. 2 women from the Philippines in the semi-final. You couldn't ask for anything more. I suppose you could ask for 4 Filipinos in the semi-finals. But that would be just a little bit greedy. Yeah, just not quite settled yet. She did have that nice run though in rack number 2. But Rubelin so steady. Nicknamed Binky. She actually has a food stall in a Manila shopping mall, and her partner is Carlo Biardo. They have a shawarma stand there. Trained accountant by profession. Her father wanted her to be a lawyer, but she didn't want to. She became an accountant and of course a pro pool player, which has, well, earned her a nice living over the years. She's won some big titles, 2 World 10 balls, a World 9 ball, amongst other titles in the Philippines, of course.
Well, she is on her way to take the first set.
Yeah, and it's a big one, isn't it, as well, in this best of 3. The men's, of course, has gone to best of 5 from the 32 onwards. So this 9 ball to take a nice lead. Very nicely done, very, very different atmosphere in here to the last game, isn't it? Very, very different. Rubelin is just going to take a little bit of a timeout, guys. So Tim de Ruyter and myself, Mark White, will be back as soon as Rubelin is. You won't miss a ball, I promise. Let's hope they don't. Rublin is back as we get a tour of this lovely Ho Chi Minh City Soldier Stadium 7 arena. That young lady looked rather lonely, sitting out there all on her own while Rublin was out. Getting ready to break off first in the second set. A set she must win. Well, no one gets to a semi-final of a stacked field like this, Tim. If they can't play, I think it's just a question of her having to settle down and get in a rhythm and start playing her game. Ball down. One ball. Oh, so nearly had a shot at the one, but not anymore. Can play a little lock-up safe.
Yeah, 2 balls down. And as you see, a slight bit of cut. A little bit of spin on the ball. That's usually... This is way closer to the ideal 9 on the spot break. Just no result like you mentioned. And this is a interesting kick. I mean... No obvious shot to defend yourself on this.
Trying to clip it thin, I think, from what I saw her doing there. Yeah.
Yeah, the only good news Rublin has is the fact that Carmille will have to play this 1 ball soft to hold something decent on the 3 ball. Can cause a scary stroke.
Nicely done. That was pretty good, Tim. Nice angle on this 3 ball.
Oh, did she move her hand there, or it looked like she moved it quite a bit? I might be wrong, but
After
no, it was after the striking
the act,
ball.
Yeah, but it's still that stroke, Tim, isn't it? It's not going. The pockets aren't going to accept balls with that stroke, not as much as they would with a nice smooth stroke. Oh, this is a long extension she's got on this cue. Very businesslike at the table, very focused, has her shot routine, as you said, that she goes through, steps back, walks in on the line. I know she's a player that works very, very hard at her game, always trying to improve little bits here and there. A tremendous practicer, still enjoys practice. I know you hear enough of my voice, Tim, but there is a lovely interview with me and Rublin on YouTube, and it's, you know, she goes very, very deep into her life and her game and her goals. Very, very interesting young woman. You can just mute the questions, just listen to her answers.
Well, I actually think I already seen it, but it's been a while ago, I think. It's not so recent, right?
It was earlier in the year, probably February, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, in my head, we're kind of getting towards the end of the year already, so okay. Well, this 9 to take another lead in this match, Mark, and one-way traffic so far.
Yeah, I'm beginning to worry a little bit for Camille. She just can't seem to get going. Potted that lovely 1 and then missed the 3 down the rail. This one hit it quite hard as well. Not a lot of smoothness. Different stroke to Rublin completely.
Well, she doesn't open up the cue that much. So she's really, well, on the more pacey shots, there's more punch on the ball. And that punch, well, it does hang up the balls here and there. Like, you have to aim them that perfect. And I used to play a little bit like this because I came from snooker and I had this shorter backswing. And then I struggled also with the shots where I had to put more speed on it. And for example, punch the cue ball off the rail like as far as I could. These kind of shots. I really had to practice to open up the stroke.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in a nice, not huge backswing, but you know, whatever the shot requires. I don't think you should backswing the same all the time. Of course you shouldn't. If you're playing a little tip-tappy shot, then the cue doesn't have to come back too far at all. On the power ones, I really am a believer that the bigger backswing, slow backswing is nice, and then just a slight pause. Then it gives you that room and that time to get the cue moving forward in a nice smooth motion and accelerating as you come through the cue ball. That's where the power comes from, the smooth power. Anyway, commanding at the moment from Rublin. Just can't make a ball on the break though, which is a little bit worrying for me. You know, going forward as well, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. If she has her eyes on the title, it will be difficult if you can't make a ball on the break.
Especially in 9-ball, because most women are making a ball on the break, aren't they? So.
Uh-oh. Try to nestle the cue ball behind the 2. Has left a shot on the 1. Now the first problem I can see is that 4-ball. Might be a 4-7 combination on, but you need the perfect shape on it. Oh, she's not looking too great, honestly. She might be very nervous too, Mark. Maybe usually she is more fluent in her swing too. Maybe it's just pure nerves. It is possible.
Yeah, of course. I've told the story many times, Tim. First time, I'm not saying this is the first time, but first time and any time you go onto a TV table, if you're not feeling nerves, then you're not normal. You know, you have to have some nerves just to get your focus kind of thing. But for some people, you know, we've seen it throughout the history of billiards. Some people just don't perform on the main tables and that's it. I'm not saying that's the case here, but it's a possibility. Now, this is a tough shot down the rail.
It does come with a really big reward. If she makes this, well, she's most likely to have something on the 5. The cue ball is going straight over. And yeah, as long as the 4-ball drops, I think this is a huge chance. Makes the rack wide open. If it doesn't go in, it's a huge chance for Camille, of course.
Not missing anything, is she? Well, the loser of this match guaranteed $6,563. The winner of this match guaranteed $13,125, but with a chance, of course, of winning $22,500. Total prize fund of $75,000 in this particular event. $250,000 in the men's 10-ball. It's a world title, of course, so it's worth more. I believe the women's world champion last year got 40,000, I want to say. Might 50. I'm not sure.
I would not be able to tell you.
This is a masterclass at the moment from Rublin Amit. Got that cue ball on a dime every time.
Well, she's also not really giving Camille a chance to get comfortable around the table.
Yeah, there's that to it as well, of course. If you can keep your opponent cold, even better. You know, Rublin obviously knows this young lady. She knows how good she plays. And so Rublin knows she's got to take her chances and clear up when she gets that chance. I mean, this is stunning, Paul. Absolutely stunning, Paul, from Rublin Amit. 2-0 lead. 3-0. Or is it 2 now?
It is 2 now, as far as I believe.
2-0 now, yeah. So we'll have the break, but she hasn't been making balls. That was a beautiful shot, wasn't it? That 4 ball. Tremendous. Finished perfect on the 5. There's the lovely 7 lights that light this arena. Designed by Mr. Ira Lee. We know Ira Lee. We learned how to take the lights apart. We learned how to build them. We learned how to box them back up again, didn't we, Tim? Up on the scissor lifts. Get them at the right height. He was a stippler for that, wasn't he, Ira? Oh, they had to be level. If they weren't level, he'd go up and do it himself. He said, okay, I'll do it. Lovely guy, Miss Ira and Kang Lee and all the guys. Henry Chan. Had some great times building arenas all over the world.
Well, now Rublin, is he taking more time? I think she might be just not striking the break exactly where she's wanting to hit him. In general, also, the hop of the cue ball is not needed on this break. Does make 2. Oh, no future. Usually when the cue ball hops, just like in this case, most of the time the cue ball hops forward. It gets forward motion in the air. So in that case the cue ball won't be coming back for the 1 ball in case it stays like this.
Straight, gives it straight back, doesn't even bother getting out the chair. I think Rublin was maybe hoping she would take this, Tim. See what she comes up with. If she catches it really thin, she might even make the 3. Not with that speed though, or that angle. Yeah, played it pretty well, hasn't she? Okay, there is a cut on. if she wants to take it on. There's a safety on as well. But at the moment, she's been absolutely blitzed by Rubelin. Been punished on every front.
Well, it shows, in my opinion, the mature option not to go for the cut. Played it well. Difficult to make a hit, and especially there is quite some space on the table. Oh, does she? Wow, does she have a window on this?
Yeah, for the 3. Or nearly.
Well, and as long as the one ball gets past the side pocket, she wouldn't even be able to leave something. Wow, that's... I think it's a little bit unlucky. I didn't think there was a gap.
Oh, now then. A chance. One ball does pass the 4. I'm obviously guessing, Tim, but I think it does.
Yeah, I would say it does. The only thing she will have to be careful with is... Oh. Why did she go all the way with top spin? That was unnecessary. Just stun the ball and bring the cue ball to the long rail on the side. Keep it simple. Oh dear, that's a big mistake. That could have been one to put her on the hill first. The double hill for the match.
Yeah, she's been a little bit lucky as well that it didn't stay near her pocket and she hasn't really got a shot on. She could thin off the edge of the 1 over behind the 7-4. Nice shot, Tim. Played it well.
Yeah, just wondering if she goes 2 rails, is there a 1-9 combination? Looks to be pretty close. Might be wrong. It is kind of close. Would give the cue ball some distance too, going up table. Yeah, she is looking at this. And I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I could play it as a 2-way. Off the right hand edge of the 1 ball. Cue ball up the other end. What's she done there? Oh, she's completely misjudged that. She's seen the funny side of it. Now will we see the 1-9 attempt here on the combo? I think we will with ball in hand, Tim, surely. She's tried to swerve and go 2 rails on it, Tim. But caught the 3. Well,
yeah,
let's see
now
if this will kickstart the comeback. Oh, she's changed her mind.
oh, she does make a beautiful combo.
Yeah, I thought it was just a little bit careless from Rubelin there to hit the 3, Tim.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you are going for that 1-9, the main thing you do is hit something. Like, at least you have to hit either the 1 or the 9. You cannot just keep it there. So whatever happens, she should have made sure to, well, hit something except the 3 ball. Now, of course, a mistake, it can always happen, right? But she might have tried to play it too perfect instead of playing it like Alex Lely used to tell me back in the day. Sometimes you have to play the game a little stupid You know, just hit him hard or like just wild sometimes, you know?
Yeah, we have a saying in the UK, if in doubt, give it a clout.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Well, nothing down. There's definitely, I think, a 1-2 combo on. Or is there? Can she get to it?
I think she can. Yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
Well, it will be tough to get the 1 ball right after, though. If she cuts it right straight in on the 2 ball, it stays in front of the side pocket. But how often do you see this go wrong? Oh, not for Rubelin. Another great shot.
Judged it very well, didn't she? Played it at a nice pace also. Still has the 1.
Oh, still needs to get on that 3 ball. So is she gonna leave herself a little higher on the 3 ball? So kill the cue ball here off the 1. Or is she running the cue ball a couple rails? That's what she's done. Stun left. Wow, played it very well. Now, I kind of like to play the cue ball into the 9, push it over to the corner. And then, well, if you hit it full into the 9, you might make the 9. You might leave yourself a 4-9 combo. Or you might be just on the 4. It's kind of free.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm gonna play very smooth in between the 9-6. You could miss the ball trying to sneak the cue ball in between.
Yeah, draw into the 9. I think she will. She's aiming low. No, she did. Well, she did hit the 9.
She did, yeah. Yeah, but this is a point. If it had rolled maybe a ball more, she had the combo. Now she doesn't. She can still shoot. I think it was a clever bump. Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, this to get on the hill. This is the last tricky shot. I say tricky, it's just a question of the pace in and out of the corner. Hit the 3rd rail.
Well, she played excellent. The thing is, sometimes when the cloth is still brand new, you go 2 rails and it really opens up on the 2nd rail. You could see with the humidity, with how many matches this table has had, she really felt the table nicely to go 4 rails on that. She is playing a very strong match. I mean, I don't think Carmille has much to do against this unless Rubelin might start to make big mistakes game after game.
I think it doesn't matter who Rubelin would be playing tonight. She'd be this focused, and it really is just masterful stuff from a very, very talented, hard-working pool player. You don't look this good, Tim, by sitting on the beach all day long, do you? She's obviously lost a lot of daylight hours in her time in pool rooms. It's just beautiful to watch, it really is. And within under an hour, she arrives at the hill. This is the only thing she's not been doing well, breaking.
Well, the last break she did make 2 balls on the break, just no future.
Yes, the last one. Yep, I beg your pardon. Yep, she made 2 balls.
But then still, 1 successful break in 2 sets. Just doesn't want the cue ball to hop. You don't need it on the cut break.
Oh, that was a nice little
6
kiss
ball.
there. 8 ball.
And, well, she's gonna tuck the cue ball behind the 3, get ball in hand, and run out. Unless Carmel can completely turn things around, but it's just laying so well too. Look at this rack. Like, so much space on the center of the table. Easy to run the cue ball around. If you get 1 ball in hand, what can go wrong?
Oh, look at this cue ball. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh, even this might be even better than rolling up behind the 3 ball. That's very cleverly spotted. Frozen to the 9.
Amit on a mission.
Extension. Foul.
Yeah, I feel sorry for her actually. She's had a really tough time in this semi-final. Rublin has played absolutely brilliant. Let's not take that away from her. She just hasn't had a chance to get going. Every time she comes to the table, she's frozen.
Yeah, like I mentioned, so much space on the table. Now there is some traveling. Has to get from the 2 ball to the 3, and then from the 3 ball all the way back down table on the 4. And then from the 5 crossover for the 7. So it's back and forth. You would almost say it's a drill.
Extension.
In the other semi-final, Wei Chen has taken a 3-1 lead over Han Yu in the first set. Final is tomorrow at 8 p.m. guys. We are back at 11 with some more men's last 16 action. Big day of pool tomorrow.
Well, she did get quite straight, and it looks like she's not going to try and get on the 4 ball mark. Quite surprised. I would say she has the surprise. I think she has the stroke to play that with low right and at least get past the side pockets and have a cut.
Yeah, we know where this cue ball's going though, don't we?
Slightly run into the 5. And behind the 9. This must be torture for Buhhat.
Yeah, she's really doing a number on her, isn't she? She really is, not giving her any chances. She obviously knows how good she can play. So
well,
this
maybe
could very well be the end.
Maybe Rublin also came out of the gate so strong, knowing that Carmel would play very good on her if she doesn't. Like, you don't know how often these two have played against each other. There might be way more to it. That's why she chose to, for example, not take a risk and play that safety just now.
Yeah, she may have surprised a few other players, Carmel, but she won't surprise this young lady. You can guarantee she knows her, and there's history there in some form or another. She obviously plays the Amit Cup. What a privilege it is as well to have a cup named after you. Oh, dear, oh dear. No left-hand spin on the ball. Yeah, well done, Carmel. Saves one set point. Rublin having a little smile to herself about it. She knows that was a bad mistake. Should have been nowhere near the side pocket. Just didn't get any spin on it, look, Tim.
Well, it's also with, like we spoke about this, humidity, the rails starting to be a little faster. The spin doesn't have that much time to grab, so when the cue ball hits the rail, it first doesn't really grab the draw, and she might not have played enough left spin, so everything came up shorter anyways. Very shocking.
Good break. Made a ball. Has a shot on the one. Wei Chu Chen has taken the first set against Han Yu. Awkward bridging. Yeah, nicely done. Click of the fingers there from Rublin. Appreciating that difficult shot over the top of the 9 ball.
Well, main thing to solve is that 4 ball. Don't think it does go to the bottom left, so she might be playing for the bottom right.
Yeah, option of the side as well. Well, maybe it does go to the bottom left.
Well, if it does go to the bottom left, definitely play the bottom left. I just thought the 8 might be in the way.
It looked it to me as well. No, no, no. Well, she thought it did, Tim. You thought it didn't. And it didn't. Whether it did or it didn't, it didn't. So another chance for Rublin to close out this match.
Wow, she's just traveled the cue ball so nicely all over. I think she's missed, what is it, in 2 sets time? Maybe 1 ball and 1 scratch off the 7. I don't think she made many more mistakes than that.
Well, let's not forget that Carmel beat Chia Chia Chow, Christina Tkach, Shui Ching Chiang, Silviana Liu, Hiroko Sohara, and lost to Mighty Reparo. Reparo, the only one to beat her, in the early stages. But Rublin Amit then just this 9 ball to reach the final. She's smiling already. She knows she just has to concentrate on this 9 ball. She doesn't like it.
Yeah, she came up a little short though.
I'm sure she's going to make this no problem. And she does. It's all over. I feel a little bit there for Carmel. Didn't really get to play her game, but she is going to go home to the Philippines with 382,000 Filipino pesos. It's not a bad week's work, is it? Well played to Carmel this week. On to the final. Tomorrow's final, 8 o'clock. Rublin Amit looks unstoppable. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Don't forget, we've got last 16 men's world 10 ball action for you from Tim de Ruyter and myself, Mark White. I'll see you tomorrow. Ta-da.